I had to take a break from my workout to make this video really quick. So it's very raw. There's no editing. It's just me talking to the camera. But I've been noticing a lot of these videos on YouTube where they show laundromat owners. You might be one, and then in the thumbnail, it's like a bunch of cash and it's falling down. Right? There's cash over here and cash over here, and he's like swimming in cash and cash, 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 cash. Whatever. Okay. Well, that's great for that person, but I want to kind of show you behind the curtain. Most of those people on those videos were already very successful people in other fields. They already had money. They're not broke people, right? These people, they got moolah in the bank. But that's really not what the topic of this video is about. It's for the people on the other end of the spectrum, right? The people without moolah, who are kind of like living paycheck to paycheck, who want to get into the business of laundromats, but because they only have those people to look at, they see those people and they kind of visualize themselves as those people, but they're not the same people. So, for the people on the lower end who live paycheck to paycheck, if you want to get into the business of laundromat, this is something that you must do. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But this will be the first hurdle in entering the world of business, because business isn't easy either. So here's the first hurdle. You ready? You cannot carry credit card debt. You can't do it. Credit card debt is like borderline a scam. The average American carries $6,700 in debt at 29.99% interest rate. You do the math. That is money that goes straight to whoever owns that debt, and it doesn't even touch the principal. So how are you going to build up wealth if you're paying the banks that amount of money? And then I understand they incentivize you to use your credit cards, right? They say, hey, 1% off this, 2% off that, 3% off gas, whatever. That's the game they play. Because they know that one day, eventually, odds are that you're going to slip up, an emergency is going to happen, something with work, something with grandma, something will come up. And that one time that you missed that payment, they got you. All that 1%, 2%, 3%, it's out the window. And now that 29.99%, it just hits you like a freight train. You can't carry debt. You can't carry credit card debt. That is what is known as bad debt. Get rid of that. Figure out some way to refinance and make your payments on time. If you need to get a cosigner, get one. But be very, very, very responsible. If someone signs their name and they say, hey, Claudio, I'm going to sign for you. All right, I got your back. You best do your absolute best to make sure you make those payments. Have a game plan. Don't screw up. Don't screw that person's credit because you were terrible with money. That's the thing I wanted to get off my chest. I want to highlight you have to have good credit, at least 700 plus, right? Because you're going to get a loan. When you become a laundromat owner, one of the very first things that you'll do is you'll retool your store, which means to get new equipment. And you're going to have to go to a loan, someone who gives you a loan, whether that's a bank or a third party, whoever. And they're going to run your credit score. So they're going to go through all your finances, they're going to go through your stocks, your savings, your retirement. They're going to see all of that. So if they see that you have a bad credit score, and they see you have no money, and you got all this debt, odds are they're not going to want to give you that loan. Just to be real. Do yourself a favor. You want to be a laundromat owner? Cool. I got the videos to show you how to do it. But you got to get out of debt. You have to.